In this video, we're going to be covering the fundamentals of starting in SMMA. Now, this video in particular is specifically for people who are thinking about starting in SMMA, or maybe you've already started but you've yet to land your first client, or you probably already landed your first client but you're struggling to get to that 10K a month mark. Now, we're going to cover all the fundamentals, starting with exactly what is SMMA, all the way to how to find clients and outsource the service delivery. That way, even if you're a complete newbie, you can still find success with starting and scaling your own social media marketing agency. Now, obviously, I can't explain every single thing in this video. So throughout this video, I'm going to reference other videos that I've recorded on the channel, and those are going to be linked in the description. So please do take advantage and have a look at those once you're done with this specific video. And now, before we actually dive into it, I want to go ahead and show you some client wins, some of our partner wins, people who are complete newbies like maybe you watching this video. And I want to do that so we can give you a source of inspiration or motivation, if you will, to let you know that maybe you might be thinking, this guy's been doing it for 5 years. Can I actually do it? Well, yes, you can, okay? Because these people are complete newbies like yourself. The only difference is that they followed the right protocol and they actually committed to making this business a reality. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you and show you some of the partner wins. Again, complete newbies like yourself who are actually crushing it in such a short period of time. So as you guys can see here, this is our client's win page, and I'm going to link this down below if you guys want to have a look and check out these videos. But we got Rebel right here. Rebel is a complete newbie working in the dental space. I believe he hit around the 5K mark within like the first 6 weeks. This is Kevin. We've been able to help Kevin really implement the right team members and the right systems in his agency. He joined us not long ago. We hired 4 key players in his agency. This is Deodric. Joined agency protocols, closed his first client within a week. I believe right now he has about 5 clients, and the future is bright for him. 42 years old, first time running an agency, already crushing it. So let's go ahead and look at some wins. So this is Brandon. Brandon, again, is a complete newbie. As you can see here in this screenshot, he said, I joined AP 5 weeks ago and launched ads within 2 weeks. By launched, I mean we were already running ads officially for my agency. It's now been 3 weeks since I launched, and here are some major updates. 1 client signed in the first week, 4 clients signed this month. So 5 clients signed within 3 weeks of launching his ads and within 5 weeks of joining agency protocols. And I actually had a call with him. As of right now, he has about 9 clients. So it's been really less than 2 months, if you will, and he already signed 9 clients. He's a complete newbie. Here's Deodric again. This was his very first close, 9K, 2K cost, so 7K net, not bad for first customer. He joined us on December 20th, and he landed this client on December 25th, so 5 days after joining us. Deodric again signed his second customer. He's charging $500 per euro per book call. Here's Rebel, booked 10 appointments in less than 1 week of running ads, in the process of potentially closing a few clients. There's a video that I recorded with Rebel auditing his sales call. I'm going to link that down below. I think it'll be of help for you guys if you are curious to see how he conducted his first call and how you can conduct your first call as well. Deodric again, 25 active leads in the pipeline, all at different stages. And Deodric, I believe, is doing email and LinkedIn when it comes to the prospecting. We have Deodric here, signed 3rd customer, can now invest in Client Success Manager. Really awesome. Here's Ahmed. Ahmed has been running an agency for 6 months. Couldn't book a single call, joined AP, and within he booked 3 meetings within 9 days of the start of the new year. Deodric again, 4th customer signed, started 20th of December, under 6 weeks. So he signed his 4th customer under 6 weeks. He joined on December 25th, as I has mentioned. Here's Rebel, officially closed 3 new clients at the agency on trial. Could potentially close 2 more, 2 for $1,500, 1 for $2,000. So again, Rebel, about, like I said, when he made this post, it was about just a few months, not even a few months, a few weeks within joining agency protocols that he was able to sign these 3 clients and hit 5K MRR. So really great for him. Deodric again, if I get 10 customers booked, 10 booked appointments, I will be at 8K MRR. With 2 more clients, we'll be at 15K MRR next month. 3 meeting books for Deodric, 3 meetings booked, 3 booked meetings last week, 4 booked meetings this week. So far, about to close 3 more meetings. This is really great. Deodric again says signed 3 new clients in 1 week, really killing it. Rebel with a win from one of his clients, big win for one of my clients' campaigns, generated 2 out of 5 leads a day. This is really great. Here goes Deodric again, 11 meetings booked so far this week, 2 strategy calls within the next 4 weeks. I want to get to 30 booked appointments per week. So he's crushing it. And then here is Relito. Relito's in the Philippines. He's a short form content agency, joined agency protocols, signed his first client after joining us. So Really exciting stuff for him. And then Diodric again signed a client 2-month pilot. So again, these are just some wins, and I would say all of these people, majority of them, are complete newbies like you watching this video. Why did they find success? They found success because one, they didn't go down the traditional route of buying an SMA course. Rather, they joined Agency Protocol, a mentorship program which held their hand, helped them build the right systems and the right people in their agency to actually go ahead and execute and get the results that they've gotten. You watching this video, if that's something you want to consider, definitely do so. But nonetheless, I wanted to go ahead and share with you this just to show you that it actually is possible. So now let's go ahead and dive into the actual video. So the first point that I want to go over is going to be limiting beliefs, okay? And by default, you need to understand that when you get started, you're going to doubt yourself, and that's normal, okay? It's going to be normal. Just remember that these doubts are scenarios that you play in your mind, and that once you get through this, the entire video, you'll be able to break these limiting beliefs which hold you back from actually taking action. Understand that these scenarios that you play in your mind are just scenarios, okay? That you're literally making problems for yourself that haven't even existed. This doesn't mean that you won't face challenges and problems down the road, but you're making these problems in your mind right now that you don't even have. Okay, so understand when it comes to limiting beliefs, you're going to have a lot of limiting beliefs along the way. I think if there was a pill for limiting beliefs, it probably would be one of the most expensive drugs. So how do you combat limiting beliefs? Understand that you're going to have these limiting beliefs, and understand that these are scenarios that you play in your mind. And understand that as you continue going, you'll be able to shatter these limiting beliefs as you actually make progress. So I do want to preface the video with this. When it comes to anything, especially when it comes to running your agency, from the people that I just showed you guys right now, I think half of them have limiting beliefs or had limiting beliefs. Some maybe still do. And you need to understand that they didn't see success if they didn't break these limiting beliefs. The first step to breaking your limiting beliefs is understanding that you actually have them and that that's normal and that you can overcome them because these are just scenarios that you play in your mind. So the next point is, what is SMA? So what exactly is SMA? So SMA is short for Social Media Marketing Agency. This was a term that was coined by Tai Lopez. The objective of an SMA is basically to help businesses grow online. So if you guys recall the famous Here in My Garage video by Tai Lopez, he actually trademarked SMMA, right? He trademarked that. And essentially the objective of SMMA is to help businesses grow online. Now, how do we do that? Well, we do that by using social media sites like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn to help these brands either generate more sales or more leads. And we do this by buying media on platforms. We buy media on these platforms on behalf of the businesses that we're working with. In other words, we run paid ads, right? Like Mark Zuckerberg, he said, Senator, we run paid ads. So regardless of what type of agency you are running, these businesses hire us for our expertise in generating their brand more sales and leads. So that's literally what all SMA is, right? You're an agency, just like a law firm agency, even like the CIA or the FBI. These are all different agencies, right? You are a company that helps a certain group of people with SMMA. We are helping them generate either more sales or more leads. And again, we do this by buying media on these platforms. In other words, we run their ads on these platforms. Now, keep in mind, there are other things that you can do. For example, website, you can build websites for people. You can do social media management, so on and so forth. But more specifically, we're talking about running paid ads for these clients. And that's what they're going to hire you. They're most likely going to hire you to help them generate more sales and or more leads. So that is what SMA is. Now, what kind of agency can you start? Okay, what are the types of agencies out there? So currently, at the time of recording this video, I'm running 2 different agencies. The first is a paid ads agency where we work with e-commerce information product brands and help them generate more sales through paid ads, email, UGC, so on and so forth. We're essentially a growth partner, but our main focus is paid ads. The second is going to be the consulting agency. And over here, we help entrepreneurs like yourself watching this video start and scale their own marketing agency by providing them with the assets and the infrastructures that they need to start and scale to 100K a month. There's all sorts of agencies like email marketing, short form, AI automation, so on and so forth. So again, as you can see, I'm running 2 different agencies, paid ads and consulting, okay? There's also other types of agencies, AI automation, short form content, email marketing. Regardless of what type of agency you do, at the end of the day, you're helping a specific group of people with a specific problem they have to achieve a specific outcome. In my consulting agency, it's helping people like yourself who are watching YouTube videos like this not have to watch YouTube videos anymore, rather work with someone like myself that can help build their agency infrastructure, whether that's talent acquisition, whether that's client acquisition, whether that's counsel, right? Acting as counsel. And with the paid ads, we help any common information generate more sales. If you're a short form content, you're going to be helping people, edit their videos, maybe distribute it, so on and so forth. If you're email marketing, you're going to help brands generate more money through email marketing. If you're AI automation, you're helping brands set up their AI automation. So as you can see, there's all types of agencies. If you want to see a video on what type of agency you should start, there's going to be a video link down below. But again, with an agency, there's all types of agencies that you can run. And essentially, at the end of the day, you're helping a specific group of people with a specific problem they have come to a specific outcome. So how do you start an agency? Well, let's talk about that. I believe that anyone watching this video can start an agency, regardless of your location and regardless of your experience level. It will be easier for some and it will be harder for others, depending on the route that you take and the cards that life has dealt you. Okay, what do we mean by this? So there's two different routes. You can go down the route of, let's say, buying a course or watching YouTube videos. You can go down another route of, let's say, working with a mentor like myself and something that we have here at Agency Protocols. But then there's other things, right? When I started my agency, I was working 12 hours a day, right? I was working, taking care of my family, taking care of myself. Then you might have someone else who lives with their parents, gets everything paid for, gets allowance, so that they have all the time in the world to build their agency. Depending on how life dealt you your cards, it's going to be harder than some and easier for others. That said, let's go ahead and talk about how you can do this. So let's say you have no experience, okay? You have no experience. You're watching this video because you're trying to learn exactly what this is and how you can get into it. Well, what you can do is you can leverage what's called the contractor arbitrage model, okay? And this is what I recommend for anyone, okay, regardless of your experience level. This will allow you to bypass months, if not years, from the learning process of trying to master your service delivery, whether that be Facebook ads, TikTok ads, or Google ads. So if you have no experience, leverage the contractor arbitrage model. Okay, this is going to let you shave years, if not months, if not years of trial and error. And what exactly is a contractor arbitrage model? You're basically going to go ahead and hire someone who has years of experience and has generated millions of dollars in revenue for other businesses. Now, personally, I recommend you hire from overseas because the cost is going to be so much cheaper, but the talent is going to be the same, if not better, than that of a first world country like UK, US, or Canada. Okay, so the contractor arbitrage model is you are offering, let's say, paid ads. You go ahead and hire a paid ad specialist who's generated millions of dollars in revenue for clients and understands exactly the ins and outs of how to run paid ads. You hire them to deliver the services on your behalf. They will be a contractor / employee within your agency. Why is this important? Well, this is important because you're going to not have to learn how to do Facebook ads yourself. You don't need to master it. Okay, like you need to understand the fundamentals so that you can talk about what you're pitching. But in order for you to get good at Facebook ads, right, enough to be able to generate your clients great results, it might take you months, if not years. And you might go ahead and do this for a client and get bad results and the client leaves you. So rather than doing that, you can hire someone who already knows how to do it and then you can learn from it. But what you need to do is just understand the basics so that you can go ahead and be able to communicate that to your clients when you're talking to them. Now, if you want a detailed breakdown on how to actually start an SMMA, please don't buy a course. Okay, save your money. Go to my YouTube channel. I'll link it down below. It's a 4-hour and 25-minute video breaking down exactly how to start an SMMA. We go over everything from finding clients to pitching clients to mindset to the contract to getting paid. Like every single thing that you need is in this 4-hour and 25-minute video. I highly recommend that you check it out on YouTube. Also, if you watch this video and you're like, this is great, I still have questions, join our Skool community. It's going to be linked down below. On the Skool community, I have another course in there. I have this one as well as short form content. Maybe you want to start a short form content. But what's good about this community is if you have a question, you can ask it in the community. I will get back to you along with, I think right now we have 800 other people in the community. Also, the main takeaway with this is that you'll have Q&A calls, free Q&A calls with myself once a week. It'll be about 1 hour. First come, first serve. I'll get on a call for 1 hour and answer any questions you guys have. So if you're considering starting an SMA and you're thinking about buying a course, save your money, go watch this 4-hour, 25-minute video, and then join our Skool community, which is going to be linked down below so that you can get the direct help from myself. All right, so all that is going to be linked down below. Let's move on to the next point. Point number 3, which is what niches should I work with? So I want to tell you guys this, that there isn't a magical niche. Everyone, when they get into this, they're like, oh, can I do this niche? Should I do this niche? This niche is better. It's like, There's no magical niche, okay? Regardless of what niche you get into. And there's some niches that are like, what the heck? I didn't even know this existed. Regardless of what niches you get into, there are businesses within every single niche that can use and need the service of a social media marketing agency. So regardless of what niche you get into, every single niche has businesses who can use our experience as social media marketing agencies. Okay. So that said, not all niches are going to be created equally. Some will be easier to find success in as a beginner, and some will be harder. And I would recommend once you got experience. So for example, some niches are going to be harder. If you're just starting out getting into e-com, it's going to be much harder than getting into local for many reasons. Some people are not getting, local is not getting pitched as much. Local is most likely not working with an agency versus e-com, so on and so forth. Some are going to be easier, some are going to be harder. If you want to understand what is the best and what is the worst niche depending on your experience level, there's going to be a video linked down below where I break this down. I break this down in detail. There's no point of going over it here in this video. So please check that out. We rank for the top best to worst based on your experience level. So to give you guys an example, at SF Analytica, we work with e-commerce and information product brands. Now I chose these for two reasons. Number one is I actually started my own dropshipping business before I started my agency, and I was able to scale that to about $20,000 a month. But margins weren't great, so we had to shut that down. So I actually felt confident to go into this niche, given that I've had almost 1 year experience running ads for my own dropshipping clothing brand. So I already had the experience. I felt the confidence. I was like, okay, I'm already doing this for my brand. Margins are really bad. Why not go do this for other businesses? So that's number one. Number two is going to be the pricing structure, which is rev share. Rev share is the way to go. Okay, if you can do rev share in your agency, it's the way to go. So we charge a flat monthly fee plus a percentage of revenue. This is what allowed us to generate over 115K in revenue in our best month, working with only 5 clients. And that's because we charge a flat fee plus a percentage of revenue. Working with e-com and information product allowed me to do that. It's kind of hard to do it with local businesses because at the end of the day, you want to be able to see exact dollar amount of how much you generated your clients from your efforts. So again, if you want to watch that video breaking down the niches, it's going to be linked down below. And this is my example. So, but for the sake of this video, let's go ahead and give you some niches to consider. Okay, so if you are, let's say, working with local, which if you're a beginner, I highly recommend you work with local. Some niches can be dental niche, home improvement, med spa, construction, so on and so forth. And you got to understand within these niches, there's sub niches. So for example, within home improvement, you have roofing, you have deck, you have pergola, you have like so many different sub niches. Same thing with dental. You have, braces, you have general dentists, right? You have orthodontists, so on and so forth. Now for online businesses, you have e-commerce, and within e-commerce, let's say you have apparel brands, you have cosmetics, right? You have, food, so on and so forth, okay? Then you have information product brands, right? This is a niche. And then within that niche, there's sub niche. You got coaches, you got consultants. I mean, there's so many different types of information product, right? Sub niche within that. So this just kind of gives you a general idea of like the different niches and sub niches out there. Again, I highly recommend you watch the video link down below if you want more information on the best niches. Full breakdown will be linked in the description. Number 4 is going to be what services to offer. You see, most people get this wrong. They choose a service and then they start offering it to prospects. Instead, to figure out what services you want to offer, you need to first identify the niche that you plan on helping. So for example, let's say I plan on working with dental. Then from there, you need to find service market fit. And these services are going to be based on what pain points and challenges your niche is facing. After all, that is exactly why they're hiring you, to help them overcome these bottlenecks that they have in their business. So number 1, to figure out what services to offer is you identify your niche. Let's say I'm going into dental or I'm going home improvement. Great. Choose your niche. Now from here, what are the problems that this niche has? Maybe they're already doing Google ads, but they're not doing TikTok ads and they're not doing UGC. So now you realize that, okay, these people need to be doing Meta and TikTok, right? And they need UGC. So what you do is you identify the niche and then figure out what are the problems that they're having. From there, you figure out your services. Now, I can tell you right now, most likely it's going to be paid ads, regardless of the platform. Most of the businesses you work with are going to be paid ads, but you need to go a step further and really understand what are the challenges that they are facing, which will allow you to know what services to offer. You don't want to do the other way around. Choose a service and then offer it to someone who doesn't even need it, right? So that's how I recommend about going about what services to offer. Point 5 is going to be finding clients. Okay, so how do you actually find clients? Now, I'm going to link down below detailed training. I have multiple videos on this on how to actually find your next client. And it shows you different methods from prospecting on Instagram to scraping leads and doing Loom outreach to email outreach. So really no point of going over it here. It's going to be linked down below. What I will tell you guys right now is when it comes to finding clients, there's two routes depending on what bucket you fall into. It's either you are cash rich, meaning you have cash capital to invest in prospecting, or you're either cash poor but time rich, meaning that you don't have cash but you have a lot of time. Depending on where you stand within these two buckets, there's going to be a different method that you can go down. So for example, if you have money, I highly recommend paid ads or email marketing. If you don't have no money, then you can do Loom outreach, right? So video is going to be linked down below. Again, whether you're time poor, cash rich, there's going to be different methods that you can go about to finding your next client. Number 6 is getting paid. So how do you actually get paid? Now, ideally, I want to tell you that when you're getting paid, do it on the call, okay? Try your best to get paid on the call. If for whatever reason you can't, simply send the client the invoice and the contract in an email after the call. Now, to sign a client, you need to invoice them, which can easily be done through Stripe. Pretty sure if you're watching this video, Stripe is available in your country. You're also going to need them to sign a contract. This can be done using HelloSign. I use HelloSign. I like it. It's literally just like drag and drop. And you have 3 free contracts per month. So you can get started for free. We also cover this in the free 4.5-hour training on how to start an SMA. That's going to be linked down below. So if you want more information on this, definitely check it out because we walk you step by step on exactly how you can do that. So the next point is going to be delivering services, and which basically asks the question, how do I deliver these services? So over here, I want to tell you is don't complicate this. All right. Do not complicate this. Many people do that. Okay. And here you need to understand that if your objective is to start an agency and not become a freelancer, then you need to delegate. The sooner, the better. Okay. So understand, if your objective is to build an agency, then delegate. That's literally what that's your goal. If your objective is to become the next best freelance media buyer, then by all means do everything yourself. Do the media buying yourself. Do the service delivery yourself. You need to understand that. Now, some of you guys are going to be like, I want to do it myself so I can learn it. I get this all the time. And for me, it's like, come on, dude. If you want to learn, for example, paid ads, if you want to learn how to do paid ads so that you can be able to communicate that to your clients and that you can feel confident in it, do you think it would be smart if you go ahead and watch a bunch of videos on how to do it yourself and try to do your clients' ads yourself? Or do you think it would be smart if you hired someone who already has generated millions of dollars, have them do the ads, and then you can shadow them and ask them questions in real time? Obviously, the latter, right? This will not only give you someone to learn from and ask questions, but also it will ensure that you get your clients great results, versus you running your clients' ads after watching a few YouTube videos, getting them bad results, and then your clients leaving you. So please do not complicate it. Understand that if your objective is to become an agency owner, delegate as soon as possible, okay? Now, some of you guys are probably going to be like, well, again, I just want, like, what if I don't know the basics? What do I do, like, on the call? How do I pitch it to my customers? Well, I want to give you guys the example of Catch Me If You Can. It's a movie by Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm not sure if you guys have seen it. If you haven't, check it out. It's a great movie. And Leonardo DiCaprio was playing a character called Frank Abagnale. And this guy, Frank Abagnale, masqueraded as many things, as an airline pilot, as a teacher, as a doctor, so many different things that he masqueraded as. And there was a clip in the movie where he was acting as if he is a teacher. I believe it was like a French or English teacher. Nonetheless, he got away with 2 weeks. He got away doing this for 2 weeks. And once they actually found him, like they caught him, they're like, dude, you're not a teacher. You're just another student. They obviously like gave him whatever the detention or whatever his penalty was. But they asked him, they're like, dude, how did you get away with this for like 2 weeks? How did you convince the whole class and everyone else, the whole school, that you were the teacher for 2 weeks? He said, all I did was read 1 chapter ahead of the class the night before. And that example is the perfect example to what I'm talking about here when it comes to delegate. You see, you just need to know the basics of the service delivery, enough to be able to provide your prospects with examples or to understand the terminology and to explain the service delivery to your prospects. Once you understand the basics, you then go ahead and find someone to deliver on these services that you have established. Once you onboard this media buyer as a contractor to run your clients' ads, you continue learning the process from them and shadowing exactly what this contractor is doing. So you see, you just need to read the 1 chapter ahead. You just need to be 1 page ahead. You just need to know a little bit more than your prospects to be able to communicate this to them on the sales call. Okay. And look, every business, like not every business owner does everything themselves. You're probably thinking like, well, they're going to think I'm, outsourcing the service. Like every business has employees. You think I run my own ads? No, I don't. I focus on sales and operations. So you just need to know a little bit more than your clients in order for you to make this work. And again, I highly recommend that you delegate if your objective is to build an agency. So again, why is this important? Why is this important? This is really important because number one, when you hire a media buyer, let's say in this case a media buyer, you're going to get case studies that you can leverage as social proof within your VSL, within your social media, or within your website, right? You're going to get case studies from your media buyer, assuming you find a media buyer that's generating millions of dollars and has case studies. That is going to be case studies that you can go ahead and leverage. So that's number one. Number two is it will give you the confidence and the conviction that you'll be able to deliver great results for your clients. So when you're on the sales call with your client and you know that you have a team member that's generated millions of dollars and is really good at doing what he does, do you not think that you're going to be confident and convicted that you can deliver these services for your clients? Of course you will be. Now imagine the other scenario. Imagine you don't have a media buyer and you're going to run do the ads, right? And you've only watched a few hours of YouTube videos on how to run Facebook ads. Maybe, you've taken a course on how to run Facebook ads, but you have not yet done it for a client. Do you think you're going to be confident and convicted on that call? Probably not as much. Okay. So that is why number two, you're going to get the confidence and conviction knowing you got a team member ready to execute on these services. Number three is it's going to provide you with a mentor, someone who you can actually learn from when it comes to the service delivery process. This will minimize the risk for your client's outcome, right? It'll minimize the bad results that you'll get for your clients. This way you avoid potential loss of clients due to bad results. So you're going to get a mentor who you can learn from, who can ensure great results so that your churn rate can be low, so that you don't have clients leave you within a month or two because you can't deliver great results for them. So those are the three things as to why it's important for you to go ahead and delegate your service delivery. Again, please don't complicate it. Giving you guys the example of Frank Abagnale, 2 weeks, the guy fooled the whole school just because he read a chapter behind. I'm pretty sure that if you understand the basics of your service delivery, it'll be enough for you to articulate it to your clients for them to actually go ahead and onboard and move forward with you. So those are the 7 points on exactly how to start an SMA as a complete beginner. Again, guys, if you're looking to actually do this, please don't buy a course. Go ahead and get access to the free 4.5-hour training linked down below, along with join our free Skool community. And dude, I'm going to be there to help you guys. Any questions you have, I will be there to help you. Why? Because who knows? Maybe I will help you from this training and from these free Q&A calls, and that you'll make 10, 20 grand. And you're like, how do I get to that next level? And then maybe you might consider joining our consulting program, where we actually build these infrastructures within your agency. So with that being said, I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.